Hi everybody, Terry Brown here, and got another video for you today. And so I want to say thank you first of all for stopping by to check out this video. And let me see. Well, let's just get started. I wrote a personal development course several years ago called Capturing the Essence of Life. And I decided I want to share some of the things that I learned through the years of being involved in personal growth and development, and even some of the struggles that I had, overcoming some negative feelings about myself, inferiority complexes, low self-esteem, and poor self-image, and all that kind of stuff. It happened years ago, but I think it's still pertinent because, what happens is if you're not careful, you can kind of revert back to that person that you once were. Okay. And so I like to keep moving, keep growing. And as you can see, here's a picture of me. This was a few years ago, actually. And this gentleman right here, I don't know if you get a good picture of who this is, but that gentleman was a mentor of mine, and he is a great world-renowned figure. He actually passed away a couple years ago, and he is the late great Jim Rohn. Okay, and I was fortunate enough to meet Jim a few years before he passed away, and but I had his cassette tapes. I've had his CDs. I took a course with Jim, and everything pertaining to personal growth and development. Okay, so when I talk about personal growth and development, it's not something that I just grabbed a book yesterday. Okay, something that has been with me for years now. I'm talking about 30 years, because 30 years ago, 35 years ago, whatever it was, I went through a period where I felt like life was passing me by, like I couldn't do anything right, and again, I had the low self-esteem, poor self-image, all of that kind of stuff. And I'm so thankful. I thank the Lord, because what happened was a friend of mine gave me a tape. Okay, a matter of fact, it was a series of tapes, and it was from and I don't know if they're still around, but it was a tape series from the Success Motivation Institute. And when I put that tape on and I began to learn some things about the way I was viewing myself, the way I was viewing the world, and all of that, I mean, it hit me like a ton of bricks, because I said, man, this guy's talking about me. I said, yeah, he is absolutely talking about me. And it made sense, because at the time I was allowing people to define for me who I was. Okay, and I didn't know it. That's the funny thing about it. I didn't know that that's what I was doing. And sometimes, you're doing things in life and you don't even know what in the world you are doing. Been there, done that. I can talk about it because I've been there. All right. And so, I took a lifelong study as a result of me listening to those tapes. All right. Then I began to really focus on what is this thing about personal growth and development. Okay, what is this thing? And I think what happened was, through my studying. Let me back up just for a moment, because I did want to say something about Jim Rohn here. Jim Rohn, has been a mentor to many people, like Les Brown, and been a mentor to Anthony Robbins and some of the great sages of our times. This guy, Jim Rohn, was a mentor to some of those great minds. And I'm not saying that I have such a great mind, but I did learn a few things, okay? I'll put it that way. So every chance I get, I share with people some of the principles and strategies that I have learned in life and that have helped me even to this day to move forward in life. Because sometimes if you know for yourself, sometimes you get stuck in life, and we all have been there, I believe, at one time or another. Okay, and so I started putting down this message so that I can share with people. If anybody has an interest in personal growth and development, those kinds of things, then this is something to think about. And so I began this this thought with, it's been said that nothing changes until something changes. I want to say that one more time. It's been said that nothing changes until something changes. Okay, and so if you desire change in your life, one of the first things you got to do is you got to think about, what kind of changes you really desire, what kind of changes you feel that you need. Okay, and then you've got to begin to take some type of action to change your life. Okay, and so thus the other thought there is, if you desire to make changes in your life, it is important to start making changes. All right, start doing little things that you can do, in the very beginning. Start doing little things that you can do to make some changes. Small, maybe seemingly at times insignificant things, but you want to make a change in your life. Okay, don't continue to do the same things over and over again. If you have failed in some things, guess what? Failure is a part of the process, and that's something. I tell you something, y'all. That's something I did not know. I wish I knew that years ago. I mean, when I was really, really younger, because then, I would have probably done some other things in my life that I did not do. Okay, you understand? Because I thought that if I failed at something, I thought that I was a failure. But just because you fail does not make you a failure. And I found out later in personal growth and development that you only fail when you quit. And what happens to a lot of people is that they quit in life. They quit on themselves. They quit on their dreams. They quit on their aspirations, their goals. Okay. And so I learned, and believe me, I'm still learning. Why? Because I'm still growing. To me, this thing is real. This whole thing of personal growth and development, guess what? It was one of the things that helped me to change my life. It was one of the things that helped me to save my life. Okay. Now I'm a spiritual person. I believe in the Lord. I believe in God. And the Lord put some things in my life to help me get out of, I'll put it this way, to get out of a funk. Because let me tell you something. When you feel bad about who you are, man, that's a funk. You understand what I'm saying? That ain't nothing but a funk. And I thank God for years now. I've been on the path. I've been on the journey. I've been on the road to recovery. I don't know why I said it like that, but hope you get the gist of what I'm saying. This is this walk of personal growth and development. Well, let me back up, because I want to say this. I put a quote there, and it says, "If it's going to be, it's up to me." Okay, if it's going to be, it's up to me. And if it's going to be you, if you're going to do it, guess what? You got to get to it. All right. Now, maybe some things are going are relatively well with where you are, and if they are, man, that's great. If you have a life and you're not struggling with anything and you don't have any difficulties, guess what? More power to you. I can't say really that I wish my life was like that, because I've noticed for my life that the struggles that I've had in life at times have made me stronger. Okay. They've made me aware of struggles that other people perhaps may be going through. All right. And so I can live a life of empathy with other people. Okay. But if there's a tugging in your heart that's telling you, and this was me, man, there was a tugging in my heart telling me that something was missing. something's missing in your life, buddy. Okay, something is really missing in your life. Guess what? My heart was telling me that, and I had to believe it. So if your heart is telling you, if there's a sense in in the core of your being, if there's a sense in a sense in you that there's something missing in your life, that you're not currently experiencing all of life has for you, then guess what? Your heart knows. Believe your heart. All right. And so one of the things that, I share with people often is that personal development, personal growth is a journey. Okay. So you never come to a destination. It's a journey. So it's a journey that you continue in on. Okay. Personal growth and development is about change. All right. It's about growing as a person. Okay. And so what I want to do, let me just move this up so you can see this. And this is a really short message. And I'm going to bring another message to people. Those that, would have an ear to hear. I like I said, I've been there, man. I've been down the road. Okay. I've been around the corner and come back again. And so I do have a lot to share in this area of personal growth and development. And this guy right here, he shares something with me. And I could actually cry about it because it really changed my life. It changed the way I look at life. Okay. And because he shared a message with me, it just gave me a whole new outlook on life. And that's why I developed my course, Capturing the Essence of Life. Why? Because he shared some things with me that's what it spoke to me about, how to capture the essence of life, to see the beauty in life, to when I sit down and watch a movie or something with my family, guess what? I want to take it all in. I want to sit down with my wife and sit down with my children and sit down with my grandchildren. And I want to breathe all of that in, man. I want to take it in. Why? Because so many times, man, we miss stuff. You know what I'm saying? So look, okay, I can get off. I'm getting off on a tangent, but hope you grab what I'm saying. This is another thought I had. To change your life as a mission. That's the way I look at it. My life is a mission. My life is a mission. What's it about? It's a mission to make new and wonderful things happen in my life, to make new and wonderful things happen for my life, to be a difference maker in my life. My goodness. Guess what? If you can't make a difference today, then make a difference tomorrow. You get me? Okay? The mission is to live the kind of life that you were meant to live. The mission is to live a life that you love. The mission is to live the kind of life that God and I see, I'm a believer in God. It's to live the kind of life that God would have you to live. See, that's to me what life is all about. And I believe that we are to live lives that are fulfilling. That we are to live lives that are meaningful, that we are to live lives that are purposeful. Oh man. See, to me, that's where the power is. Okay. And you've got to do it for yourself. Okay. You've got to do it for yourself. You got to go for it. You can do it. See, that's the other thing. You got to believe that you can do it. Look, listen. Don't let anybody define for you who you are. Don't let the circumstances of life define for you who you are. Yeah, you might have blown it in some things in your life, okay? You might have made some mistakes, or you might have been a rebellious person. That's okay, but guess what? Change can happen for any of us and all of us, all right? And the thing about it is, in closing, you are responsible for changing your own life, okay? You are responsible. You got to take the bull, as they say, you got to take the bull by the horn. All right. And you've got to make that decision, a quality decision to change your life. No one is going to do that for you. And no one can do that for you. I'm Terry Brown. Did I say this? I'm going to say it right now. This was another next level message. Okay. And it's taken from my course, Capturing the Essence of Life. All right. And man, appreciate you. You be blessed. Lord bless you and keep you. All right. Bye-bye now.